Surf Industries. It's another elevator. Police are coming in. I guess we need to hurry up a bit. Yeah, this is upper level below some kind of a large space again. We need to move past it to get in the staircase. I wanted to take down this guy as quickly as possible. He looked like he was going into the staircase. The less people that managed to go there, the better. Still, it looked like at least 2 guys there.
Permanently on hold, many are now
Probably
wondering
more.
if something else may be going on.
3.
Is David Seraph hiding something? For tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus.
One of the office for, yeah, from Ezekiel. Seaboy sent me a hack for this one on the office floor. So it's an office space.
Coming out of Detroit. Police are still not saying much about the situation, but sources tell me that a militant group of pro-human activists have raided a Seraph Industries plant. Factory workers have been taken hostage.
Yeah, 3 guys. 1 separated a little bit to the side, 2 patrolling the office space. I don't think that's too bad. Assuming we can at least take one of them without causing too much fuss. So this should go to the office floor, and we're 350 experience points from getting a level up. That's not far away. Yeah, this guy is the most vulnerable of the three. It's just one of them guys is staring at him directly at the moment. But yeah, it shouldn't be too much fuss to take him out. A little bit of a timing conflict at the moment. Other than that, not be a problem. Probably take him down now. I don't have the. It would have been risky. Uh, the next time he comes here should be pretty much as perfect as we're gonna get. The guy should be moving north, and no one in the immediate vicinity looking at him. Another login password. What was it? Emelatona password request. Doesn't look like the guy on the left is going to come too close to us here. Okay, could one of you come down here? Not sure we want to take down this guy. The other one should be coming down here anyway.
Zeke said there'd be something in here.
More logins and passwords. And they should put an end to this. More logins and passwords. Okay. Seems like we're secure here. Hey, loots. Some beer. Machine pistol ammunition. Monies. It's not to get this little bit of extra, but they're peanuts. We haven't found anything of importance by doing this box pick up and basically let down just to see if there's anything under it. I do appreciate the effort that they did include something there, so people who really want to take a look around can find something extra. It just isn't really worth it. How close we are to the level? 200 points. We should be able to get that from hacking these. We do have passwords, quite a few, but I don't see the point of doing that.
Access granted.
It doesn't look like there's anything of importance, but we are getting resources. Now I'd like to get the level up if I possibly can before leaving this place.
Access granted.
All the messages seem to be relating to work, not surprisingly. Two greens this time. We need to capture both of them to end this. We're getting a bit extra money from this, but no extra experience. That said, we are 125 points away from level up. So that's 5 easiest possible hacks with no bonus experience gain. That's not a lot. I think we might be able to get that from here. Okay, this is an easy one. Take control of their core.
Access granted.
Yeah, nothing of importance, nothing of importance, nothing of importance, nothing of importance. The only reason I'm really doing this is to try to get the extra practice point. Not sure where I would spend it anyway. If I had just saved up on my practice point, I could have had the social enhancement here. That is interesting. 75 points to level up.
Access granted.
50. And yeah, that means 2 computers. Once we have that, I think we're just gonna move on. It seems pretty clear that we're not gonna get anything of value out of this.
Access granted.
Okay, something new. To Greg Thorpe from Serat. New shipment in. Back in town, egghead. Whole new cart of merchandise. You wanna take a look? Stop by. Not exactly a lot, but it's something. So this should give us the level up. I'm sort of regretting now. taken the ability to carry heavier objects, I would have taken the social enhancement chip.
Access granted.
But unlocking it requires 2 points, so there's no way we can do it now. Ah, that's a shame. Anyway, let's see if we can wrap this up. Yeah, when we open those doors, that's our main objective.
Don't lie to me! I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Seraph's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in? He thinks we're breaking the law. Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Ah! Back off, Hunter! I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is here, but I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
No, you're not. Let him go, try to free Josie, take him out, not a chance.
Not a chance this ends now.
Adam! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is down for the count. SWAT will want to question him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know a thing. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen.
Okay, from Brother Joe to Ezekiel. Get the word out, bro. Grayson's got a new shipment in. You need anything? Yeah, 2nd Street gas station. We had this earlier.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little shaken up, but what about the other hostages? My husband was with them in one of the assembly labs, and I overheard talk about a bomb.
Don't worry, they're safe.
Oh, thank God. When those men surprised us. Mr. Jensen, they should not have been able to get in. With the typhoon being moved in and all, I double-checked the protocols myself.
Yeah, I expect Pritchard's doing the same thing right now. Stay here. DPD will want to question you. But you and your husband should be reunited soon.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. You're a hero.
I'm a hero, it's official. I have an objective outside confirmation on that fact. Huh. Hydra. And only worthless. Huh. Well, successful mission is successful though. I don't think I want the revolver. No way to silence that. And it's not a proper combat weapon.
Sorry, Mr. Thorpe. The target is on lockdown. I can't let anyone in.
But my wife, she's still in there. I need to know that she's okay.
You'll have to wait until the building is secure. Now back up and let the SWAT team do their job, please.
My wife, is she all right?
She's fine. A little shaken up, though. Swab will need to debrief her, but you'll see her soon.
I don't know what to say. I think I've given up on her. You're a true hero, man. I'll find some way to repay this, I swear.
There's no need for that. I was just doing my job.
Don't be modest. I didn't recognize you before, but I know who you are, Mr. Jensen. And I know you weren't supposed to be back at work yet. Thank God you are. I'll be in touch. Count on it.
Are they counting on it then? Out of curiosity, yep. So the boxes do to damage if you throw them around. Cardboard box probably not too much. With our increased strength, we might be able to throw some heavier crap around. I want the social enhancement chip first though, no matter what. With that, I think trying to even convince the terrorists there could have had a reasonable chance of success. I mean, just talk him down. Anyway, things went fairly smoothly.
You made a lot of people happy tonight, Jensen. And not just the men in suits.
It's what they pay me for.
No. They pay you to put corporate interests ahead of people. You found a way to satisfy everyone. Guess Dr. Reed was telling the truth about you.
Megan? What are you talking about, Malik?
Before you were hired, she said the papers were lying about Mexican Town. That you weren't fired from the force. You quit when you realized Protect and Serve had become Protect and Serve the corporate interest. Nice to see she was right. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
What do I think?
You're right. I didn't choose to get augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself, I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Might as well ask. We know limited things about the first attack, but we don't really know what the end result really was.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the Intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
That seems odd. Very odd. It seems like someone doesn't want it to be finished.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
Were burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
That doesn't seem to be in line with what we saw, though. Megan was subdued, and one of the bigger guys coming in was carrying someone on his shoulder. And earlier they were slaughtering everyone they met, so it doesn't fit quite well.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
Into the tech office. From M. Gilmore to Brian Tyndall. Where the fuck are you, B-Dog? Brandy needs that no pause. It ain't like aspirin. People can't die if they hold off taking aspirin. I got 15 minutes more to meet me behind the gas station. Then I'm going elsewhere for help. Don't let me down, dude, please. Okay. I want to wrap this mission up properly. Deliver Typhoon to the tech, then go meet with Seraph.
I think it's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
Think we're hiding something.
Only because Eliza Kazan keeps spinning it that way. Seriously. It used to be that
Ooh,
when
more
David
beer.
talked, all of Detroit listened. What happened?
What happened, Randy? Last days, remember? And Syrup Industries promised to pick it back up.
Oh, like one company and one man can do that by
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sandy's room.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Oh, 2 practice points available. Which means I'm gonna take the social enhancer immediately. Helps us to analyze people and persuade them. It's not strictly speaking necessary. Especially if you just are willing to load up the game every time you fail, it's a pretty worthless thing overall. It does have some advantages over normal dialogue options because there's you can release pheromones that allow you to basically get a favorable result, but there's it's not the same as convincing another. So purely convincing another by talking to him would be the preferred choice. Then the pheromone choice. It gets what you want, but it usually has a downside of some kind. Not always. Something you can sometimes get a little bit of extra out of someone too. Yeah, let's go meet up with Sheriff too. I just want to get the social enhancer upgrade as soon as possible. Would have taken it inside the plant if I had realized we can get a second practice point.
Hell if I know. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for Detroit PD to get answers. Come out of hiding. Make a statement.
Still, the end result was very good for us. We managed to save all the hostages, and then we got the main suspect alive. Nothing we could do about the hacker. So it's probably about as good as it's gonna get.
I'm telling you, Hugh. He might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
You did good today, Adam. And thanks to you, Sanders is behind bars. And my lawyers are gonna make sure he pays for what he did. So don't worry about what anyone else says.
I won't. But that's not why I brought him up. Sanders was tricked into attacking us by the hacker I caught going after the Typhoon.
He's the man we really needed to interrogate today.
Exactly. Only he killed himself to prevent any chance of my doing that. That takes real dedication.
Yeah, or training. You're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Why would I scold my boss? Seems like a bad idea.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Why would I debate this?
You got it.
It's... Sure, you can be the guy playing the devil's advocate in every goddamn conversation, but it's real tiresome, and you're basically, it just is. if you have a proper reason to object, just use that. Don't fucking try to argue about everything just for the sake of arguing about it. It bogs down conversations, and in a situation like this where our corporation is more or less under threat and we need to make things work here, or the company is basically gone one way or another. It doesn't. They don't. No, you don't need all your basically members of your team arguing about everything and trying to make things difficult. They're already difficult enough as it is. You need basically people on your side that will help improve things, get things done, not argue about things pointlessly.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
I'm sure he is. Even if he's not sincere, I think the fact that he's announcing the violence is still important. There's quite a... even if it's just for show, and there's no real intent behind it, it's still important. It's a little bit of a performance that's necessary to keep things more or less civil and try to keep things under control. Please report to your office. Okay, who the hell wants to see me? I suppose it's sort of like in a fighting situation when you basically get a civilian casualties, unintended casualties. You can try to apologize or make some kind of statements how it was regrettable somehow, even if you don't really give a shit about the civilian casualties. It's a necessary performance you do, so to sort of keeping things from escalating, try to keep within some kind of rules. Even if you don't personally really mean it or care about it as an organization. So, what is it? Laid on me all at the same time.
Glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
I appreciate I respect the fact that he basically is coming, is admitting he's done something he shouldn't have, and he is basically coming out for us for help. It's probably not an easy thing to do. Your natural instinct would probably to try to hide the fact that you were ever involved in any kind of wrongdoing. So why exactly are you stealing the stuff in the first place?
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
That's not an answer to the question. Why were you stealing it? Apparently, Jensen is very easily blinded by such a obvious non-answer.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
Seems like a smart thing to do. I mean, if the other guy is doing the actual visible crime and you manage to handle the security footage, there's no reason not to have that crime recorded for future use. Seems like Tyndall is the main driver of this operation.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
I got it covered.
Yeah, we have it. Okay, what exactly do you want me to do?
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
We might want to take the stronger legs, so basically we could jump higher. We need a lot of alternative abilities if we want to compensate for the lack of hacking. Okay, we'll do it.
Alright, tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Actually, that's probably the last place I would imagine that the information is on. I mean, it's so obvious of a place that if there's even a minor threat of someone doing trying to regain the footage, that would be the most vulnerable place, because you can't stay at your home constantly. And it's so easily accessible by anyone who basically manages to break into your apartment. So If Tindall has a brain, it's not on his home computer. It should be in one of two places. Either in on an associate that has the guy who's been blackmailed has no awareness that he even exists, or it's on some kind of a hidden data storage device. Something that is you need to know where it is before you have any reasonable chance of finding it. Ooh, more booze. Ooh, we got a message from Greg Thorpe. Couple of access codes. One office number 23 and office number. Not sure what this is. Definitely another office passcode though. The Greg Thorpe. Mr. Jensen, I meant what I said at the plant today. You saved my life, and in more ways than one. When those gunmen took my Josie away, I thought... Well, you probably know what I thought. Please, let me repay you. Josie and I are back home safe in our apartment. We live in a third-floor condo on Brooklyn Court. You can find the entrance behind the 2nd Street gas station. Stop by next time you're in the city and I'll have something for you. I think we're pretty much done with the Starry building. There's a lot of offices here, but they also require hacking to gain access to, and we don't have that luxury. We do know a couple of office passwords, so we might as well check those. The other one was 23, I think. '23 and 27. On the lower floor then. I didn't read too carefully what this was all about. I don't particularly care. Nothing else, we're getting a little bit of money out of this. 32. Yeah, needs higher hacking skills than we have. Nothing too important here either. Money. A little bit of experience. Ooh, more booze. That is important. Yeah, this is very, very, very distracting. I guess it's there to prevent you from hoarding alcohol drinks, because they do provide extra boost in your life, and then using them in the middle of a fight, because the effect is disturbing enough to make it unusable in a fight situation. Okay, there's still one left. That would be 32. Didn't get anything all that valuable out of that, but a little bit of extra cash. Always welcome. $33. Oh, where's 32?
Megan made her presentation in Washington, the UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that for sure.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to catch him.
There's no way.
More money, more energy boosts. Another air vent we can go into. Password Eclipse, yeah, that's something useful. No. We did get a couple of 100 points of experience, so I guess it's not a total wasted effort. Money is much less important. There are a couple of things you want to buy, and those are extra praxis kits. I think you can get like a couple per city hub. And they're fairly expensive, but truth be told, there aren't that many interesting items to buy in this game, so it's not like it's going to cause you any monetary problems yet. That's it. We might have missed something, but we missed it. More beer. What is this beer anyway? Maharaja Hot Devil Ale. Okay, I think it's time for us to go. We have our main mission objectives. What are they? First we need to go to the limb clinic. We have enough cash for at least one praxis kit, and that would be very welcome at this point. Then need to go to the police station, side missions, help with the blackmail, go meet the guy whose wife we rescued. Okay.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that in any second...
Mrs. Reed?
Ah, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
Okay, we might as well take this side quest too. It is a side quest, isn't it? You're not talking to me out of a... Yeah, it has to be. If she's coming to a place she really doesn't want to be in.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
I'm sorry. It's not proper of me to come here and stir up bad memories, especially after what you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
Okay, could we get into the actual business soon?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
Fine. Might as well. We haven't been able to look into what happened with the Seraph attack, the first one, at all. So, yeah, definitely we do want to take a look at that.
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Okay, are we now free to go? Yeah, Syria headquarters, just one building in this area. It's not exactly a huge area in all directions, but there are enough alternative paths here, so it doesn't feel like this is just one heavily restricted area that you can move in. I think the orange colored areas are more or less separate, sort of separate areas or halls. They might not be differentiated by a loading screen or something like that, but they're separate from the other areas. What we're seeing now is more or less the public streets. Group of apartment buildings, Chiron building, Derelict Road, police station, limb clinic, and I have no idea what this is. I think it means it's inaccessible if there's nothing to indicate at the moment. So it will open up some other time. We need to visit the limb clinic, primarily find shops somewhere. I think that's it. We could always just take a look around while we're doing that. And we probably will, but I don't want to spend a huge amount of time scurrying through the side streets. Anyway, finally we're allowed to at least take a look around a bit, see what we can find.